All right, guys, here we are, opening morning. Where I decided to start today was where my whole series started off last year, scouting this road. So I've jumped to this spot. I'm going to backtrack a little bit, get some stuff by home later in the day. Just depends where I'm sitting. You know, I got some spots I'm skipping, I'm not setting right away. But I figure I can get to the farthest part of my line about noon today and work my way back and see how much time's left in the day. But we're sitting here right now at 7:58. Got 2 minutes left. We're ready. I mean, we are literally sitting here ready. Been here for about 5 minutes. Just messaging some of my Snap group, just telling them, you know, be safe today, guys. A lot of things can happen, especially in these road lines. You really got to watch yourself. But it's gonna be a long day. I got here about 10 minutes ago. Sat in the truck for a little bit, stretched a little bit. It's gonna be a long day. You know, I'm to that age now where I do have to stretch, so I'm sure everybody will get there eventually. But 7:59 now. Chomping at the bit here, fellas. Chomping at the bit. But oh man, I'm not even sure how many locations I'm gonna get today. It's gonna be hopefully right around 200, 225, 250. Not 100% sure, but 8 o'clock, we're going. Fill that sucker full. All right, next side. Trapping season 2021 is officially kicked off. Oh, some of these bridges, guys, are really bad, but this is one of the few that I do set. So this is the bridge that came down, was just full of mink tracks the other day. I mean, man, look at that. You guys can see all these mink tracks down here. It's just insane. I can't honestly say I don't know if I've ever seen that many mink tracks in one area. That's one thing I don't talk much about on here, guys, is I use Jack Mackerel in all my pocket sets. Normally I got it all strained out in a can. This year, that has not been the case as far as prep goes, so we're just using it right out of the can. But also, if you get hungry, it tastes pretty damn good too. So throw a little Jack Mac in the back of that. Now this other side, yeah, this is deep. This is deep water here. I mean, mink tracks everywhere over here too. Kind of made a little bottom edge corner here. The mink are going up through that and actually onto the bank there, so kind of a little blind set. I don't go too in depth on these things, but what I do want to do is pinch him down just a little bit. There we go, force him over that. And just for added appeal, we might throw a little Jack Mac in there just because I like to. Got a little makeshift set. Like I said, I'm not a water trapper, guys, but anyway. All right, next spot. Something I find very interesting too. If you look at this hole where my stake is going into, the raccoons saw my hole from the driver and they started digging. You know, they'll investigate a hole just like a coyote will. So, you know, there's even toe prints right here. But anyway, that's something to watch, guys. You don't want that anchor coming out. Luckily, it's deep enough in there, we're good. But just something I wanted to point out to you guys. You know, things change since when you put these traps in the ground if you pre-stake, so you really got to watch it. Pay attention to what you're doing and keep moving forward. Something else I want to point out, guys, right behind me is a truck pulled in. He's bow hunting this spot. When I come up to spots like that, you know, I'm not slamming my door. Matter of fact, I didn't even shut it apparently, but gotta be respectful to other sportsmen too. You know, I'm not gonna come in there yelling, screaming, trying to ruin his hunt, but I'm still gonna set my traps, but I'm gonna, you know, not slam the door, be as quiet as I can, just be respectful. So I encourage you guys to do the same thing. Yeah, I'm definitely shocked at the amount of corn still in this year. It's pretty unbelievable the amount of corn that we got, but even since pre-staking, guys, these trails have just popped. I mean, look at that trail. I always put my DP straight up and they knocked both of them down. This is gonna be a 2-spot tomorrow, I almost guarantee it. Man, what a trail. And we're on the road. That simple. I should say that simple, but this hill's not so simple. All right, guys, first 220 of the day. Bulls that know me, I love 220s. If I could set, I mean, that's my favorite set in the world to make right here. I just, you know, you got a nice dry coon, no blood, no real cleanup. So I'm gonna compress my rat stretcher, put it in between the jaws, slide it down a ways. I'm gonna go and take my safeties off, put it right here in this trail. That rat stretcher will put it to the depth I want, which is about right there. I'm gonna take this grass over here and over here, blend that in. You notice I don't use gloves or anything, guys. Nothing. But yeah, that looks good. That's gonna have something. I hope, but I got dog proof on each side of it, so that might catch first. But it's a hell of a trail, so I expect we're gonna be catching something off it. I talked about pre-staking. This is that spot, that box culvert I said that's timber to timber. Look at how this trail has developed since the water went down. And that's as good as you get. This is gonna have 2 coon tomorrow morning. Hell yeah. That's gonna have something tomorrow too. Okay. This one is a dog proof. Passenger side. It's not the greatest of trail. It's more defined on the other side, but the other side's a lot more open. This is at least downhill a little bit. Not that it matters too much, but all right, guys, there you have it. I don't know how many locations that was in a short amount of time, a shorter distance, and hell yeah, let's get going. This here's a really good location for me too. We got corn. This is so good. We've actually got 2 separate coon trails here. You know, obviously deer's gonna be using one of them too, but they're still really good to catch some coon on. We just made a big jump in my route from that really concentrated area to where we're at now. Can't remember what that concentrated area was, like 115 or 118, something like that. And now we're on 245. I'm gonna set 245 all the way to about my 400, and then we're gonna go back a little bit and catch up on some other things. But that's the stuff in between here is going to be what I'm going to be setting Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and on. You know, right now I'm gonna, oh yeah, really nice trail. As I said before, you know, I'm not setting everything at once. I got to pace myself, keep those numbers consistent. So I'll set, you know, we went from 112 or something to 245. I'll probably, like day 3, I'll set 30 of those locations. Day 4, set 30. Day 5, set 30. Whatever it takes to get it all out. But yeah, we're gonna set the whole rest of the route from here on out. Here's kind of an example I'm talking about when things change. I had this marked as a 220. I pre-staked it as a 220, but there's no standing cover here. I mean, this is just flat, 2 inches tall, wide open. I'm gonna make it work. We're gonna fluff it up really good, but you know, 2 weeks ago, this was dynamite. I mean, the grass was tall, but everything that happens just breaks that grass down. I might try to pull the 220 down here. Actually, it's a little better down here, but these are the things you got to watch. Otherwise, I'm gonna be switching, throwing a dog proof in here if I can't make it work. All right, so we fixed this 220 here. I'm gonna try to get it so it's not a huge glare. I don't necessarily like it. I want the whole trail to be pinched off and tight going to it, not just all of a sudden right there, now it's a tight funnel. I don't like that. Still catch coon, but it's just a personal thing. I think if you hold them tighter for a longer period in a real funnel trail, you have a lot better odds of catching them, because they're used to being confined for a few feet than just wide open, confined, and then open again. Just my opinion on it, but anyway, getting down the road, guys. Now that's a highway going to corn. Wow, that's impressive. Man, that's insane. I cannot believe how much standing corn we still have this year, especially with the early harvest that we started with. It's insane. We're gonna catch a lot of coon tomorrow. That's how I do them. Overfill them suckers. Oh, ouch. Oh, it's amazing. I haven't broken a leg on these. Oh man, these trails have developed so well over the last week and a half. That makes me feel so good about this. I was kind of getting nervous. Some of them weren't quite popping like I wanted them to, but now, yeah, I feel so much better about things like this. Absolutely. Once in a while you hear me talk about like super spots, and this is one of mine. This location here, this trail goes underneath the bridge, wraps around here and goes right up to that brush pile, if you can see it. This is one of my 12 to 15 coon locations every year. Always produces. I don't have a whole lot of spots like this, but I definitely will find them and drive a distance to them if I have to. They're phenomenal. Then I just fill in everything in between with the decent spots, but these spots are absolutely dynamite. I probably could have put a few more traps here, but I just went with 3. I expect to, yeah, take 10, 12 coon off this, no problem, maybe even 15. As you can see, just trail going brush pile. You got a nice creek down here as well. Just a great spot, guys. Great spot. I really hope we have 3 here to show you tomorrow. Well, I'll say this much. I don't think the coon population is hurting at all. I mean, that's just, wow. Ouch. Oh. Whew. That about punctured something I shouldn't have. Whew. Anyway, yeah, just an awesome trail, guys. I trap these spots every year, and it's pretty obvious that I don't hurt the population any. But then again, I don't have a whole lot of competition around here. Just not many people out anymore. I'm actually coming up to an area that I do have some competition. Actually, the only reason I know that is because he was in my live feed last night. Started talking trapping, and he messaged me on Iowa Trapper and figured out roughly where he lives. I thought, hey, I'm literally trapping right next to your house, bud. But that's all right. I'm gonna hopefully meet him, and so I can help him with some things. There's a couple of good cricks by his place, and I don't do much with cricks, but I'd be happy to take him down there and show him how I'd set them up. But anyway, guys, nice trail here. My genitalia is still intact, luckily, and on we go. Yeah, I'm kind of nervous already. I had one very confrontational farmer come up to me, telling me how he owns everything, this is his, and kind of get into it a little bit. I'm gonna circle back around here shortly and make sure my stuff's still there. I got a feeling he's gonna come back through and yank it. Since then, I've actually had 2 people watch me from a distance, and then once I got out of sight of my location, they're watching me. I doubled back, and they're at my trap looking at it. So they hopped in the truck and took off real quick. So a little nervous about that as well, but you're gonna have that. So it definitely seems to be happening a little bit more this year already, but who knows? I get it. Some people are just curious, but other people are up to no good too. So just kind of take it all in stride. That's all you can do. Nice little 220 funnel. All right, guys, we're just like, I think it's 3 or 4 minutes until noon here. Oh, that's handy. Just knocked off one of my straps from my GoPro, but definitely starting to feel it. Starting to wear down a little bit, slow down. Legs getting a little shaky, but we're still trucking. Probably got about half the sets out that I want to today. Still got a ways to go yet, but still good when you're finding these really, really nice trails like this. About ready to lose a sweatshirt too. The truck says it's 54, I think, but I'm about positive it's warmer than that now. Just like so. And we got another one up above it. Man, that's a good trail. Oh. Definitely always makes me realize I need to do more cardio work before season. Oh, don't get in there. Take my safeties off. Okay, now that one will need brushed in a little bit here. Not a lot though. Just enough to hide that silhouette of it a little bit more. There we go. I like it. All right, guys, it's like 1:30 now in the afternoon. Definitely starting to feel it pretty good now. But we're on location 353 right now. Fingers are definitely starting to feel it from all the dog pris too, but so I got about, oh, give or take 40 more locations on the end of this route, but I'm hoping that I can get back towards home at the very beginning of the route that I didn't set. The first 80 locations, I'm hoping to go through and get about 45 or 50 of them set yet. At the same time, I'm not going to be running till dark. I just can't. Still got plenty of stuff to get ready in the shop. Still like to see my kids a little bit too, and wife. It's wearing me down, but it does every year. About day 5, give or take 6, I'll be in the best shape I'll be in all year, but till then it's tough. But anyway, I'm not even sure how many locations we're gonna have out. I'm gonna have to sit down and figure that all out tonight and figure out whenever I decide to call it quits for the day. But we're moving right down. Here's an interesting spot, guys. So every other year I come down this road and I trap this culvert right here. This year when I threw this trap in here, there wasn't even hardly a trail. There was almost nothing. But I knew from past experience of being here that there would be eventually. I knew coon were moving through here. It might just been a little early for them. So, you know, use your past knowledge. Sometimes just because it doesn't look like it's going to be there, it'll develop a little later. But hell of a good trail. Hell of a good trail. Well, It's a little bit after 2, about 2:15. Trying to wrap up the end of this, the very end of the line still. Like I said, still need to get to some of my beginning part of the line. Hopefully I have time to at least set some of it. Did run into some competition finally. It's friendly competition, even though I did not know that they were going to be here. But that's part of it, you know, road lining and stuff. You never know. So I'm not too concerned about it at all. Ooh, that DP's a little sketchy at best, but I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, I know the guy. All right person to trap around. So matter of fact, he's on my live feed last night for a little while. But yeah, you know, it's kind of discouraging, or not discouraging, but worrisome when you come up to an area and you're like, hey, somebody else is here. Are they gonna play nice? Are you gonna have all your stuff come up missing the next morning? Sometimes you just don't know. So always worrisome, but you just keep pushing past it. That one's really full, but man, I like this trail. Down to the tree, takes a right. Great location. Well, we're wrapping it up for the day. I decided to not go back to the beginning of my line to set that other first part. 2 reasons. One, man, this trail looks nice too. One, it's gonna be 70 degrees tomorrow, and and a lot of that spot's 220 trails, which I'd be kind of nervous about. Plus I got a bunch of 220s on this part of the line, and it's not gonna be good temperature tomorrow to have a lot of dead coon in the back of the truck. I'm definitely feeling it, definitely sore. And you know, that is, I'd be lying if I said I can't factor that in a little bit too. But what I am gonna do is find some more ground on the way home from the end of this line. There's probably 15 or 20 locations here yet that I can find on the way home. So this total line is gonna be 410 probably locations, of which today I'm gonna say we said 180. I'll have to go home and do some figuring and, you know, add everything up, but still a hell of a day. It's about 3:30 here, and I'm feeling it. I'm right in that mix of if I take my hoodie off, I'm gonna freeze to death, but I'm sweating like crazy right now. So kind of a miserable place to be. But anyway, guys, finishing up today. Just really nice day. Great day to be doing anything outside except trapping probably. But anyway, take care, guys. Well, we're adding to the very end of the line here. I'm kind of working my way back home, and I'm glad I stopped. Wow, what a trail. Just going down into this tube. Definitely a great location. We're gonna pick up a few coon off this for sure. Gonna bring in 3 dog proofs. We better have at least 2, probably 3 coon tomorrow, I'm guessing.